Hey there, hi there. It's me, Priscilla B. Welcome to Waking Up Tarot. Let's just get started right away and what we're waking up with. I think there is like this hole in the soul right now that's very deep, and it's left a lot of emotional scarring on the heart in general, and it's become one of those things where it's like you have to really channel into like how you are going to process that feeling, because these people that are like, I don't feel like I do feel like you have a lot of emotional scarring too, unfortunately. I know that's not easy to hear, but I do feel you do. And I do think that, like, because of this emotional scarring, you're so able to, like, really tap into, like, the feelings. And you might even be an empath, and you might even be drawn into, like, very intuitive um, dreams and feelings and thoughts and ideas. And this makes you so aware of what's happening on emotionally with the body and with people's hearts. And you want to try to help, I think, in this situation as much as anyone can help, really. Let's be honest, we can only do so much, right? But there are a lot of blockages. There are a lot of um, mixed emotions. There are a lot of feelings that are going on that are like coming from all kinds of different places. So let's explore that more. Also, before we get started, I just want you to know that you are talented and fucking amazing, and the world needs your power. Use your voice, just don't use it for dumb shit. Okay? So, in other words, use your voice for saying beautiful things and doing beautiful things, because there are a lot of um like you can use your voice for not good things. You know what I'm saying? I think you know that already. So let's use our voice for good things. So first we have the moon card. Okay. Now the moon card is, you know, like walking hand in hand with someone, and feeling what they're feeling and understanding what they're feeling. And I feel like you're feeling compassion. I feel like you have so much compassion that you just want to be open, and you just want to be honest, and you just want to um really try to understand like where other people are coming from, and like how you can best help them. Creation, manifester. Yeah, I feel like you're also a manifester. Like, you also are someone who like manifests good things. Like, I feel like, you know, um it's important to remind yourself of this for yourself. Um All right, so let's just get right to it. Let's see what's going on. Three of Wands. So while you're over here, wait, let me just get some more space here. Okay, we need some more space here. So while you're over here manifesting, and you're over here trying to be compassionate and everything, and trying to, you know, feel out people and get what they're going through. Three of Wands here, okay? Now, you're waiting for the ships to come into port. I feel like these people, these energies, they are like the energies that they're feeling right now, that it's just got them off and sea off the deep end. Like, they've completely checked out. Okay. And you're over here like, I'm gonna manifest good things, I'm gonna wait for the ships to come back, right? and the Fool, right? You're gonna take this leap down the rabbit hole. You're gonna do it because why the hell not? You know what I'm saying? Like, if at the end of the day, if you have to just take that leap and just go for it, then that's what you're gonna do. Because let's be honest, like, what's really stopping you? What's stopping you from having a good time? What's stopping you from doing what's best for you, right? If these ships are all the way out here, like in La La Land, just like not even making any sense, not even, you like, it's okay to have differences of opinions, but I mean, let's be honest here, let's get real here. Like, your opinion is really the only one that matters at the end of the day if it's good for you, right? So let them do what's good for them, and you do what's good for you. And you have the Hanged Man too. Okay, so the Hanged Man, that is again, you got Alice over here trying to like figure out what she's gonna do, right? She's gonna go down the rabbit hole, right? She's gonna do it. She's gonna take that leap, right? And that plunge, right? And then you have the Hangman over here who's just, sipping some tea and eating bread. Like, he doesn't know, he doesn't know what the right time is. He doesn't know. He's just hanging out there, right? He's just waiting to see what happens next. Because these ships are still just not even in the same realm or aspect of anything that makes any sense anymore. So the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel has to keep spinning, right? The world has to keep going. Other people might feel that way, but they might not actually necessarily act on that because they might still be stuck in this other thing, this other journey, right? So that is what they're doing right now, but you're ready for the journey. You're ready to move forward. You're ready for things to keep going, right? That's kind of how you're looking at it. But you are using temperance. You are using temperance here. So I really feel like you're having temperance here too because you're really like, you know, um, you're balancing out the weight of a decision. And that decision is either you're going to accept that this is what everyone wants you to do, or this is what you want to do. I think that's what's here right now. And then death. Okay, so there's been a death. Um, and I feel like this death has been a physical person, the death of a physical person, a loved one who has passed, and you're taking it very spiritually, and you're taking it very um like mentally sound and very like heartfully like invested heart, like your heart is very invested in this process, and you really want to let people know how much you love them and care about them because of this death. So you're trying to like really do everything and anything you can in your power to make them know that you love them and you are there for them. And um Nine of Pentacles, I think your journey is going to be one where you're going to be doing this not with the people that this death affected. I think you're going to be using like outside resources to help because you have your spirit guides, and I think you have like a team of really good spiritual healers and soulful people like your soul tribe and your soul family and your spirit guides, and I think that is what is going to help you navigate this death. And I think they are the ones who have your back. I think they're the ones who know what's going on. I think they're the ones who know how to help, and they're going to be the best ones for advice, and they're going to be the best ones that are ultimately going to lead to this Queen of Cups energy that is essentially you as a more instead of being looked at as like a little girl like Alice, which I feel like a lot of people treat you that way, even though you're like a grown ass woman. I feel like they do treat you like a little girl. Like they treat you like you have no common sense, or you have no intelligence, or you have no merit. But you actually have quite a bit. And Queen of Cups, that's really is you. And that's how you see yourself. Alice is more like the inner child, right? The innocent inner child, little girl, right? But you are the Queen of Cups. And you are wise, and you are smart and intelligent, and you're beautiful and amazing. And you have this very, very strong intelligence, emotional intelligence, and you're very intuitive, and you're very spiritual, and you lead with your heart and your soul and your mind and your spirit, and you try to channel into those energies when need be. And that's how you are handling the death. And um just make sure that you're listening to the wise, um, emotionally intelligent human beings that are your soul tribe, that are your soul family, because they're really honestly the only ones that can make any sense in all this. And they're the only ones with any like strong belief in like fixing your soul, fixing your mind, fixing your spirit, and healing that and that process of that, and accepting things that others are unable to accept and are unable to process in a healthy way. So you have to process things in a healthy way for your own safety and your own well-being, and that's where you're coming from. So and you know what, don't worry about the the Seven of Wands. Okay, people are going to come at you because they see how strong you are, they see how brave you are, they see how emotionally intelligent you are, they see how like sound of mind you are, while they're not like sound of mind. So while their minds have like sailed away, and they're just not even like making any sense anymore, and they're just doing things out of maybe just survival mode versus like peace of mind and clarity. They have no clarity because of this death. They have no peace of mind because of this death. So they're literally Seven of Wands, coming at you like um they're giving you their response to the death, and like that's not coming out as great. Obviously, Alice here standing her, making her stance here, and like standing within her power here, and she's like standing her ground here, and she is saying like, I'm not backing down from protecting my inner strength and my inner wisdom and my inner self and my well-being. I'm not going to let you break me down. I'm going to just stand in my own power here. And there's no ill will towards anyone. There's no um negativity toward anyone, but like this, it can be seen and perceived as a hostile energy when you're trying to be an emotional support person for someone going through a hard time, and then instead of being seen as like, okay, thanks, that's appreciative, like thanks for that, instead of that reaction, you're getting like this super hostile energy of like, just like, oh well, like I need to just take out my frustrations on you because you are handling this better. And it's not like because you don't care, it's just because you're more emotionally sound person, and you're just like a more sensible when it comes to death, and you know how to process it in a healthy way. um the reason for that being, you have the Seven of Cups energy, and you have that High Priestess energy, very intuitive, very, very highly intuitive. And this is Alice looking in the mirror and literally seeing the Queen of Cups. It's the same face. Alice is looking in the mirror and seeing the Queen of Cups because she is emotionally sound, because she does make sense, because she is highly intuitive, and because she does process things in a very healthy way. Now, it might be seen as a little too creative for some because you have the Seven of Cups, you have all these different solutions to helping, but you have to remember that the people that are coming at you are not looking for a solution to feel better. They want to feel bad. They want to sit in that. And they want to go through it in a way that makes sense to them. So it's not fair that they might be a little hostile towards you or taking their angers and frustrations out on you. Like, you're just trying to lead with your heart, and they don't see that yet, I think. And I don't think they feel that yet either because they are not ready to. They're not open to that possibility yet. But still keep being yourself, still keep being your High Priestess energy, your Queen of Cups energy, still keep listening to your spirit guides and your soul family. Still keep being strong and loving and caring and nurturing as you are, as the Queen of Cups is in so many cases as well when it comes to the emotional stuff. So just keep being yourself and know that there's endless possibilities here, and you're right here standing in awe of it all, and you're just like, I'm just ready to accept whatever comes next. And how I react to that is going to be based off of my emotional intelligence. How I react to that is going to be based off my intuitiveness. And the Four of Wands is that card of just being able to sit with yourself and your cats, your familiars, your friends, your playful kitty energy, your house of cards in the background. That represents what the, like, think of the house as like your family and your friends and like the emotional stability they all have right now. And that is the house, right? Or the home, right? And it's like a house of cards. So it's actually not as, it's as stable as it looks, which isn't very stable because when you think of a big house full made of cards, that looks like it's going to topple down any second, right? That looks like a tower moment's coming in. So maybe a tower moment is coming in again, even though one has just happened with the death card. And you have to just sit, resonate with yourself, sip your tea, sip your coffee, really just kind of like sit with the fact that like you are emotionally sound, you have your emotionally sound familiars around you, and when the time is right, then the choice, the most best choice of course of action will come. But just right now, for your own peace of mind, it's good for you to just sit and resonate with what you need to do for yourself to be emotionally sound, because you obviously have tried to you have shown what it looks like to choose love and choose that light and choose that answer that makes sense. You have literally put that out on the table. Cards, you put your cards out, all your cards out. Now, whether you these people are not happy, I think, because they don't want to be. It's not because they don't think that, you know, like you're I don't think that they don't I don't think they think you're like a bad person. I just think that they're not ready to accept that your intentions are good and they don't really want to like even like accept that because they're too busy really honestly focusing on their own emotions that they don't have the time to think about any other kind of emotions. So that's, I don't think that has anything to do with like you. I think it just has to do with like the death. And honestly, like if they have to just grieve and feel what they need to feel right now, like that is all that's important because you don't need to you don't need to feel bad that like they're coming at you with hostile energies because they aren't they're not ready to heal and they don't want to heal. And I know that's hard to hear because you just want them to feel better, but they don't want to feel better. They want to feel bad. They want to feel sad. Um, so I think that like little girl, inner child, Alice in you is like, oh, I hate when I see people sad and it makes me sad too, but they have to be sad though, right? Like the high priestess, Queen of Cups energy, intuitive energy is like they have to be sad. They have to sit with their feelings. They have to process this in their own way. And don't worry, like messages are going to come in, good things are going to happen. Like, you know, it's not all going to always be negative. It's not always going to be terrible. It's not always going to be really super sad all the time. Um, I do think more tower moments are going to happen though because this is peace is just there needs to be peace, but there's the tower moment here, there's the chariot over here with the messages coming in, and then there's in the middle peace. So just keep shining your light, just keep being yourself. They have to process the tower moment on their own time and in their own way. And in the meantime, you know, you can sit there, you can, there's different things you can do. You can, you know, here with the devil card, you can, like, you can just sit and wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, I know you feel like you need to do something, but you don't really need to do anything. It's okay. And then you have the chariot again. So, whoa. So, I'm really sensing that the message is coming in here is that you have to, like, basically, um, do something that you enjoy doing, like being playful and being outrageous and being funny, because that's really kind of like what makes you happy. And like that's kind of getting your creative energy. Okay? And like Seven of Swords. So like you have this energy over here that's like a very like cunning and sly and like sneaky and just like maybe a little bit like too too sly, too slick, you know, because I think you can call it out when you see it. And like Eight of Swords, eight of Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. So two very similar energies over here. So maybe these two people have the same energy right now. Like they're two people that like really just have this like energy where they just like want to hold on to their like emotions that are not necessarily that are just very like, I think they have there's people who in this world that don't know how to process anger in a healthy way, and I feel like those are these two energies, these two people, and they're very similar, and they are near you, they are next to you, but here you are just like being your intuitive, playful, fun, energetic self, and these two energies are like complete opposite energies. Yeah, they have that energy where they're just like very, like not playful, not fun, not energetically intuitive, not emotionally intelligent. They're very like, mm, I don't know. But then yeah, Nine of Swords. Like they have nightmares. They have bad dreams. They have um, anger, and they have frustration, and they have um, a lot of a lot of negative. So, manifest that star seed power for yourself. Use your star seed energy, use your star seed powers at play here, because this energy is very uh it's a very strong energy that's like very it's just spiritually like um I want to say like tormentative, or like torture, emotional torture, like psychologically, like encompassing them in a way that's so um just like emotional turmoil, okay, emotional torture. Five of Cups. Yeah, like here you are to like reaching to that emotional fulfillment, trying to get that emotional fulfillment. You already have emotional fulfillment down here, but this is reaching for more emotional fulfillment, more stability here with these emotions. Um, I think this is belonging to someone else that needs to be let go and moved on from, because it's not serving you and it's not helping you. So focus on, this star energy again: hope, positivity, renewal, inspiration, healing, faith. Don't focus on the despair. Don't focus on the negativity, lack of faith, hopelessness. Don't focus on that right now, because I think you've already focused on that enough to the point where um, you've done all you can, and there's nothing more you can do. And it's think of it as just like another karmic lesson, where like you've done all you can emotionally and you can't do anymore now. Okay, you got to break free from that and start focusing your energies on other things. Okay, you got like Ace of Wands here. You have to be creative, that creative spark, that inspiration, that enthusiasm, that energy, that new passion. Start looking for that, start finding that. Delays, blocks, lack of energy, hesitancy. That is, these other energies, other people you're talking about. There's going to be a lot of delays. There's going to be a lot of blocks. There's going to be a lot of lack of energy. There's going to be a lot of hesitancy. To just trust themselves again, to trust their own intuition again, to trust their own feelings again. So let that be, let that marinate, let that see where that goes, and then be creative, be your true self. And then King of Pentacles, prosperity, security, businessman, reliable, protective. So, do that. You don't necessarily have to be a man. You can be a woman, businesswoman here. So focus on that prosperity, that security, that reliabilityness, that protectiveness. You have greed, possessive, materialistic, exploitative. That's the energies down here, right? That's the energy you can tap into down here. But you already tapped into that energy, girl. And let me tell you, They ain't going nowhere. They still stuck in that energy. They've been stuck in that energy for years and years and years and years and years and years. So please don't waste your time with the energy anymore. So moving into the creative spark, the prosperity, the security, all of that. Move into that. Feel that out because that's the energies that you need to be around and be with right now. And you have King of Cups energy as well. You have diplomatic, balanced, wise, calm, caring, loyal, faithful. That's you. That's who you are. So you are a very caring person. You are a very balanced person. You are a very wise person. You're a very loyal person. You're a very faithful person. You're very diplomatic. You use your voice for good. Um, and you are so beautiful and wonderful person. You are a star energy person, okay? And you're a very intuitive person. So tap into that and use that to help guide you on the right path and stay that course of action because um, you are noticing that these other energies down here that we were talking about, they were like slick and sly, right? So another word for that is like devious, withdrawn, cold, overwhelmed, selfish. Okay, so that energy needs to be dealt with in its own time and in its own place and its own speed. But that energy is not for you. That energy is not for you. Okay, you don't need to tap into that energy and try to shine light like you do with the star power and the star seed energy. You don't need to shine any more light. I think the light was already shined. I think you already were like flashlight on, ready to go, like shining your light in the darkness, shine bright like a diamond. And I think the energy was like, the energy came back as like devious, withdrawn, cold, overwhelmed, selfish. Don't entertain that then. Don't entertain that energy then. If they're showing you just devious, withdrawn, cold, overwhelmed, selfish behaviors, then just don't entertain it. Don't be around it. Don't put your energy and time into it. Um, Also, I feel like you also talked to a person recently, a man who was very he was, and he still is, a very greedy, possessive, materialistic, exploitative person. So don't tap into that energy. Don't talk to that person. Don't be around them. And I feel like the Ace of Wands, you're a very creative person. You have a lot of enthusiasm and energy and new passions coming in. Tap into that. Spend your time doing that instead of this other energy down here that's very delayed, that's very blocked, that's lack of energy, that's hesitancy. Okay, this I think is actually like more of like a group of people that are like delayed in their brain, like, and they're blocked off and they don't have the energy to do what is right. So you do what's right. You work on your passion projects, you work on your business, you work on your prosperity and your security for you and your family, and you be diplomatic and you be balanced and you be wise. And those energies that are doing the opposite of that, that's not for you. They're emotionally unfulfilled. And if you keep reaching, like Alice in the picture, for them to come back down to reality for a second and be more sane for a second, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I know it's hard to hear. I know you don't want to hear, but it is not happening. And it's not happening not because you didn't try and not because you didn't express to them your love and your light. You did do that. It's happening because they're not intuitive. They're not high priestess energy. They're not starseed energy. And they're probably not going to be like that the rest of their lives, to be honest. And it really does have to do with this death card. And it really does have to do with the unfulfilled emotional stability that they wanted, and that's not going to happen anymore. And you can keep being emotionally fine yourself, emotionally sound yourself, and emotionally balanced yourself. So don't let their emotions make you feel that you need to be unbalanced as well, because you don't need to be unbalanced. You need to be tapped into your love and your light and what you're meant to do, and that's your purpose, and that's what you're meant to do. And that's not gonna be great for everybody, but that's just it's that's how it is. And then I know like not everyone's gonna want to hear that. So please, by no means, take this as like a message that you need to go and tell everybody like, I'm emotionally sound and you're not. No, don't waste your time with that, because they just experienced something really awful, and they are struggling to keep up with that, and they're struggling to deal with that. And you know if they're not going to get help, and they're not going to like do what they need to do, then you have to just move on from it. And maybe somebody else is meant to help. Maybe somebody else can be more reasonable and more rational and make more sense to them. And maybe that's what they need right now. All right. Anyways, that's the message I have for you. Just take it easy and do what you need to do, and to be emotionally sound and well, and let the other people or on their energies, let them deal with what they need to in their own time and in their own place, because yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful adventure, but it's also gonna be um it's gonna be two different adventures. As I think on the one side you have your life and your purpose and where you're headed, and I think they have their life and their purpose and where they're headed. And I don't think that um, it's very fair that they have to have a harder journey now, but that is just unfortunately how it is. So just be yourself, be your beautiful self, keep being your healing, faithful self, and resonate with that, and just be loyal, just be reliable, just be, you know, inspirational. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. And whenever you sense those just horrible energies down here, just like walk away and just be like, yeah, no, thank you, I'm good. Alrighty. Anyways, love and light always. Bye.